Hello students, welcome to another lesson in ICT. Today I want to introduce you to the concept of mail merging. This is a very famous among secretaries, especially who deal with multiple letters. For example, a secretary who is working for a large organization might want to write letters to 150 or more customers, and all these letters will come from one standard copy, which is duplicated and personalized to each customer. So basically, what is mail merging? Mail merging is simply a feature that allows you to produce several copies of personalized letters from a standard copy, and this feature is very common in MS Word or even MS Publisher or any other word processing application. And from one standard copy, there are other pieces of information which will vary depending on the customer. For example, a person's title. There are some people with titles of Mr., others Mrs., Miss, Doctor, Engineers, Sheikh, Reverend, plus many other titles. So in their letter, we will want to personalize the title specifically to that person. The other things which might vary from one person to another are like name, somebody's name, address, and even telephone number. And if it is, for example, you want to send information about somebody's account from an organization which is receiving money from customers, or for example a bank, the balance might vary from one customer to another. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you two things which are required during mail merging. In my folder, I have a list of customers, and also I have the standard letter which I want to send to them. Let me show you my customers first. It is, I've done it in MS Excel. You can as well use MS Access to prepare the data source. We call it data source. Now from this document here, or the rather sheet, you can see several customers here. There are 5 of them, and here I have several columns. The first one is title, then we have first name, surname, address 1, this is probably the street, then address 2 is the exact estate where somebody is staying, and this column we have amount and the date the person incurred the date, and this is the account number which was opened for that customer. So all these are the people who will receive the letter, except these pieces of information will be varying, although the other information on the letter will be standard. Now I will also show you the letter. This is I've done a nice standard letter here, and I've placed placeholders where the personalized information will be appearing on somebody's letter. Here it is just we are assuming we are operating a furniture shop, and in this standard letter I have the title of the shop here and where it is located, and here I have in brackets the placeholders which will hold the personalized information which belong to the customer. For example, title, first name, surname, address, this will vary from one customer to another, and I have indicated them using brackets, as you can see here. Then other things which would be standard are like these sentences and paragraphs. Please be informed that our accounts are showing that you have not paid your monthly installments of. When you reach here, this amount will vary depending on the customer. towards your purchase of or on purchase on. This date will also vary. Some people might have incurred this date on 25th, another person on 31st. Kindly pay this amount to your account number. Here the account number will also vary from one client to another. Then the rest is just standard, like information about the signature here, about the manager is just standard. So I want to show you how, instead of duplicating this letter and editing for each customer, assuming if there are 200 customers, it will mean you make 200 copies and you start editing one after another. There is a simpler way, which is mail merging, where you can just format one letter, we call it standard letter, then you duplicate it once through mail merging process to produce any number of letters you want. So the first thing to do is ensure that you have a list of customers and the information is correct, so that when the copy is being produced, it will be perfect without any form of errors. Then another thing to note, in your data source, the titles for the columns of information must be on the first row. If, for example, you have another row here, let me insert an empty row here. If you have an empty row like this, your mail merging will not work. So let me just undo. So ensure your column titles are on the first row, like the way you see them here. That is very, very important. Then the second thing, always ensure that the data source and the standard letter, they are on the same folder, so that it is easy to reference, especially if you are handling a lot of information and you are doing several mail merging processes. So this is what I'm going to do. I want to open my letter. MS Word is loading. Now from my letter, I'm going to the tab in MS Word. There's a tab named mailing. Then under the group called Start Mail Merge, there is this icon written Start Mail Merge. You just click this down arrow and come straight to the last menu item, the step-by-step mail merge. You click it. After clicking, there is a pen which appears on your right. In this pen, it will be guiding you through next steps up till you finish the mail merge process. So here, don't do anything, because we are using a letter in our case. So the only thing we are going to do is just to click next. Then here, this is a default. It is telling us that we are using the current document. It is true, this is the current document which we are using. We don't want to open a file from any other location. So I will come straight here and click next. Now when I reach here, it is asking me to browse for a list of customer, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to click browse, and I'm going straight where my folder is on the desktop, and I'm going to open my folder, and I'm going to select customers, and I'm going to click open. Then if it is MS Excel, you could be having information on several sheets, so ensure that you select the appropriate sheet with the information you want. In my case, my document has only one sheet, so it is automatically selected. I'm going to click OK. Now you can see the wizard is showing me the information on my MS Excel. When I reach here, I can exclude some customers not to receive this correspondence by unchecking, but I want everybody to get it, so I can just click here, and it is here. I can unselect all and select all. So in this case, all customers, all the 5 customers are going to receive a copy of this letter. Now after clicking that, the next step will be writing your letter. You click here, write letter, and here now, this is the most confusing part to some of the students. When you reach here, you will see a link, more item. When you click it, it will be showing the titles or the column headings of the source document where the information will be picked. So before you click that, let me just close it. You select a placeholder like this. I'm going to start with my title. Then I'm coming here and click more items. Then I'm selecting title. Of course, I want title, and I'm clicking insert. Then I will close this. You can see the link is replaced by a new link. This is the what we call mail merge placeholder, and always ensure there's a space before you link the next placeholder. So I'm going to select first name, more items, choose first name here, insert, close, put space, select this, surname, click more item, surname, insert, close. I will select address 1, click more items, address 1, insert, and close. I'm going to press enter to bring the address 2 back to the line below. I will select address 2, select address 2, more items, click address 2, insert, and close. And also remember, the placeholder's name should correspond to the column title in your data source, so that it will be easy for you to link very fast. Select title again here, more items, back to my title, selected, insert, close this box. I'm going to surname, more items, choose surname, insert, close. And you must ensure between placeholders there is space, so that when it prints the final work, it will look neat. Then I will come to these placeholders in the paragraph here. The first one is this amount, more items, click amount here, insert, and I'm going to close, select date, more items, date, insert, close that. And I'm doing my final placeholder, which is account number. Select that, more items, account number, insert, close. Now this is pretty good. You can see all the personalized pieces of information are linked with mail merge placeholders. Now after confirming everything is okay, you just now click next to preview your letter. Now you can see here the information is automatically replaced by information from the data source. This is customer number 4. If I click back, customer number 3 is Sherry Roach, customer number 2 is Kevin, and customer number 1 is Conrad. So you can move to the last customer here, which is customer number 5, or I can come here and click customer number 1. By previewing, we mean you go through it and ensure that the way items are arranged in the letter is perfect. So the last thing you are going to do, you are going to click edit recipients list here. Sorry, just close that. The last thing you are going to do is to click complete mail merge here. Just click complete mail merge, then click edit individual letters. If you are connected to the printer, you can print straight away, but it is not advisable to do that. It is better to click edit individual letters to show you all the letters before you print. After clicking, it is showing me here, asking me, do I want all the document to be shown or from a particular number to a particular number? Let me just go with the default all and click OK. Now mail merge has generated for me. You can see down here page 1 of 5. It means I have 5 letters for each customer. That is Lewis, this is for Kevin, and this is for Sherry, this is for Henry, and this is for Miss Juliet. So you can see all the letters are personalized from a standard copy, and that is what we call mail merging. So I'm going to click here and save my output. All the letters are in one document. I'm going to save it back to my desktop here. I open my mail merge folder. Let me call it letters ready for printing, and I'm going to save. I'm going to close the app. This is my template. I will just save the changes and close it. Now back to my folder, you can now see I have 3 documents or files: the data source, the standard letter, and the produce printouts, which will be sent to customers with personalized information. Thank you, students, for participating in this lesson.